Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
You hurt yourself on a loaded Saturday. So, Rob, who hurt themselves the most today?
Well, it didn't. It already really wasn't much of. They didn't really have much going for them. But I just, for the life of me, I don't understand what is going on with this Arkansas team and how it's gotten to this point. And they have the talent, they have the pieces, they have the players. Like, they have a coach that knows what he's doing. Like, it's not like Muss has forgotten how to coach the game of basketball. But they hit 20-pieced at LSU, and it just, you see the players are yelling at Muss, and Muss is yelling at the players, and that clip went viral of Mekhi Mitchell cussing him out and spitting all over everybody as he was doing it, and it's a mess there in Fayetteville, man. And I don't know what is it makes no sense. I don't get it. I don't understand how it's gotten to this point. Like, we knew that this roster wasn't put together great, but I did not expect it to get to this point. So I just wanted to get that out there first and foremost. Second, I'm going to say Kansas State took the worst loss today. They go on the road to Oklahoma State, where there were probably more Kansas State fans in the crowd than Oklahoma State fans, and they lose to the Pokes, who were 1-7 in the league and are under 500. And it's Jerome Tang struck gold in the portal last year, landing Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson. And this year, like, Tyler Perry just is not, like, he's not quite there, and I don't know. It's not working with Kansas State.
It's just his opinion, Rob. It's his opinion.
I'm going to text Chris Dyson and ask him to cut you off. We got to cut you off, man.
I haven't even drank much. I had one beer when I went to down the street for dinner. No, the right answer here is Clemson. The right answer is Clemson. They lost at home to Virginia. And Clemson now started the season 11-1.
It can't be the best win and the worst loss. That's against the rules of the game.
No, it's not. You're absolutely wrong, because a coach that just 3 weeks ago we were talking about not being the third best team in the league, and we know he's on the hot seat, right? We know Brad Burnell every year. I mean, it's the Brad Burnell ultimately. They're 11-1, and now they're 3-6 in their last 9 games. And again, the wins are what? Boston College, Louisville, and Florida State at home. Clemson is quickly taking themselves out of the NCAA tournament, which ultimately is going to cost Brad Burnell his job if that happens again. He saved it last year despite not getting in the – remember, they did this last year. They did almost the same thing a year ago. So that is the worst loss because of the overall implications of it, Rob. Not just
I don't necessarily think that the two aren't, and can't be mutually exclusive. I mean, Virginia was a 4.5-point underdog on the road. It was a great win. The team that was favored took a fucking bad loss. That's just it's a zero-sum game in the end, right? For somebody to have a great win, somebody has to take a shitty loss. Is that fair?
Yeah, it is. I got another one for you that's the actual correct answer, now that I've kind of thought about the question.
We're just arguing about who's wrong and who's not
prepared.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm just scrolling through the box scores now because I was not aware that this was going to be part of the plan tonight, so I'm not prepared. I'm doing my homework on the fly. Northwestern going on the road and losing
that's up there
in overtime that's not a good one for I mean, look, I really like this Northwestern team, right? Because they have really good guards. And how do you find a way to be able to make a run in March, right? As someone that's like a 10 or 11 seed, you have really good guards that can go out there and make some plays. And Boo Booey is the guy that can give you like 35 and 10 out of nowhere. And he's the guy that could take Northwestern to a Sweet 16 if they get into the NCAA tournament. And that's looking like more of an if than anything else right now, which is kind of crazy if you think about it, because they got the win over Purdue, Yes.
They beat Illinois.
They
beat Illinois.
Yes, if you beat Illinois. If you beat Illinois and Purdue, you got to get in. And
can I give you one more?
Chicago State is.
Can I give you one more? And
it's correct. Only if it's correct. And if it's not, save that shit.
Indiana was up handily against Penn State at home at Assembly Hall. Maybe as big of a home court advantage there is not named where I am, and Cameron Indoor Stadium, Fog Allen or Cameron. And they lost. They blew a big lead, and they got blown out at home by Penn State without their best scorer, without their best player, Cleary, and their leading scorer. It is an embarrassment now what has gone on in Bloomington with that program. And again, like Mike Woodson's probably going to have one more year to try to figure this thing out and use that NIL the right way to get some shooters and dudes who can win some games, because right now it is not going well in Bloomington. And this was the low point of the Mike Woodson era today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably, because I don't necessarily know if anybody like truly tanked their tournament stock. And I know Indiana's not on that, but it's like that's a program. That's starting to be a program thing.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
That's starting to be bigger than just whether or not they're going to get in, which they are obviously on the wrong side anyway. It's like now, what the hell are we going to do?
What do we do?
Right.
Yes.
That is the by far.
Here's the hard part, too, John.
Position.
The hard part is he's one of their own, kind of like Juwan Howard, right? Juwan Howard with Jalen Rose and all those guys. They don't want him gone. Well, Quinn Buckner, when Quinn Buckner says that it's okay to make a move on Mike Woodson, that's when AD Scott Dolson will probably make a move on Mike Woodson. Until then, he's going to get another year unless Mike Woodson goes to Dolson and says, hey, you know what? I've had it. I'm 60, whatever he is now, 66 years old, and I'm out. I'm not getting it done.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.